Hello, beautiful people. I am Dani Wigfall, your go-to relationship coach, and today is a different type of video because I am taking you into my life. Yes, I always forget to put on chapstick or lip gloss at the very end. Hopefully, I don't forget that for my interview today. But today we have so much going on, so I just want to bring you guys in on a little sneak peek of my life and just see how this goes. So let me know if you like this type of content. But I'm going to wake up my little one, the precious, who is already up. As you can see, this is her favorite thing to do. If you have kids, do your kids do this? Like, this is her thing to like stand on her head. But yes, it is morning time and we are getting ready for the day. I love you. You ready? We gotta change your diaper. You ready? Also, we're definitely the morning crew. If you can't tell, this is us in the mornings. Boom chicka boom boom chicka boom chicka boom boom chicka. Get your vitamin.
Right, Mama.
Okay, stay still. Now look at this cool cat peeking around the corner. They just crack me up. Ooh, boy, what you doing? Where you get those sunglasses from?
I'll be.
Ready? These kids are so serious about their sunglasses. It's like not a game. It's a thing. Love you.
Mama.
That's family hug. All right, let's shake and bake. Let's shake and bake. Let's shake and bake. All right, let's put your socks and shoes on.
Alright, Mama.
Give me these glasses, girl. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, love y'all.
Love you all, Gaia.
Love you. Okay, kids are gone. Now I have to mad dash because I have like 15 minutes, if that, to get ready for Word Radio. I am on a radio show and I'm going to be talking to them about relationships and all of the things. And look at my lips. Y'all see what I forgot, right? Do y'all notice? Still forgot. Okay, that's okay. But it's time for me to get ready for this radio show interview. I always wait last minute to do the lip gloss and I always forget. Now, you have to hydrate before you do any type of interview, okay? At least I didn't forget that. And yes, the lip gloss, finally. I always forget the lip gloss at the end. So if you see me, just, y'all know what it is. It was the last step, okay?
Good morning. This is Solomon Jones on 900 AM, 96.1 FM, WURD. I'm going to welcome you back to Wake Up with Word. And as we continue talking about love and Black love, on Valentine's Day, psychotherapist and relationship coach Danielle Wigfall joins us to talk about how to keep the spark alive. Danielle, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
How do you see the other person past your own desires and your own wants and your own selfishness? Like, how do you see the other person beyond all the stuff that you want for yourself?
Yeah, so some of the stuff you want most likely is that relationship. Like you want that person. Hopefully you have them in your life because you want them, so you have to see it as that is one of your wants. You do want to cherish that relationship. So shifting that perspective on it's all about me, I got to do what I have to do, that individualism, and switching it to, okay, we are a unit together. How are we doing this as a team? Because ultimately, if you're in that relationship, hopefully that's something you want, so you can want that and want the best for that. So
You know, I've been married almost 25 years.
nice.
And we just talked to my wife just a few minutes ago, and so I hear you and understand that because we're naturally selfish people,
Mhm.
right? I want what I want,
Mhm.
but sometimes you got to deal with what the other person wants and put yourself aside
Mhm.
so that they can get what they want and so that they can feel fulfilled. How do you do that?
Yeah, so putting yourself aside is realizing that you're a team. So it's still, you got to shift your perspective from it's about me to it's about we. So you want her to feel good, right? When it comes to your wife, you want her to reach all her dreams. Why? Because she's also going to boost you. When she feels good, your relationship is going to be different. When you feel good, your relationship is going to be different. So it's really just shifting that perspective of it's me to we. We're a team. We're in this together. When she's winning, you're winning. So a lot of times it's just I'm winning and I want to feel this, I want to feel that. And we're thinking short term. Short term isn't going to get us what we really want long term. And if you've been married for 25 years, congratulations. It's like you in it for the long haul. You already been in it for a long haul, but even longer, and that's what you want. You want both of you guys coming in whole together.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And I think what you just said is a key. Both people coming in whole together.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I remember some years ago, the big saying was, you complete me.
Oh.
But you should already be complete before you come to the other person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And complete, I don't want to confuse that. Complete does not mean perfect. A lot of times people will think, oh, I have to be perfect, before I get in that relationship or before people take me seriously. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be whole and working towards growth.
And I think, there are some things that you're not going to get from another person. Some things you have to get from within. Some things you have to get spiritually. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get everything that you need and want from another person. So what are some of the unrealistic expectations?
I think one of the big things is we expect them to be us, right? We expect them to show up in the way that we would show up. We want to clone ourselves and then date ourselves. And that's a truth that a lot of people don't want to deal with. It's like, well, I expect you to respond in the way that I would respond. But that person isn't you. You can't expect them to show up differently than who they are. Yes, they may be working towards growth, and yes, they have their own journey, but you can't expect them to be you in these different scenarios. I think a lot of people get disappointed in any type of relationship. It doesn't even just have to be romantic relationship. It could be parent and child relationship. It's like, I would have never done that if I was a mom per se. Or I don't know why my mom did this, or I don't know why my child did this. I would have never done that to somebody. So we have to get out of ourselves and recognize that they are their own being, and we can't clone ourselves and then date ourselves. At least not yet.
Oh my goodness. Boy, you preaching that. I mean, look, so I'm just thinking about, and I'm not saying anybody in particular did this. I'm just saying when we was driving together, and you said we should have went this way, I would have done it this way. I would have turned right there instead. I'm not saying nobody did that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I can relate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I think, and but opposites do attract, and so while you're expecting this person to be like you, there's a reason that you are together and you're not alike.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about how you complement each other in terms of what you bring to the relationship, what you bring in terms of life.
I think it starts with knowing your strengths, knowing your own strengths, knowing your partner's strengths, and then also knowing their challenges and not faulting them for it, right? So when it comes to, let's say, something that you're good at, you step into that. That may not be my wheelhouse, that may not be the situation, but stepping into your strengths, I think is really good. And knowing that person's challenges and not faulting them for that. If they have a hard time with something or they're working on something, not like, oh, here we go again. Like, can't get this right, still doing the same old thing, and it's just getting into that we mentality when it comes to it.
Yeah, no, that is huge. We're talking with Danielle Wigfall. She is a psychotherapist and relationship coach. Join us to talk about how to keep the spark alive in a long-term relationship. So I want you to give us 3 points, 3 things that you think are key to maintaining that spark in a relationship.
Yeah. So one of those things is meaningful conversations. A lot of times when we've been with our person for a long time, we get into a routine. And routine is not relationship. So usually a routine may look like I wake up, I go to work, I do my thing, I come home, I eat some food, I maybe put on a show, I go to sleep. I wake up, I do the same thing over and over again. And then our partner becomes our roommate and we're just living with them. We're not having those meaningful conversations. So number 1 is meaningful conversations. Number 2 is get out of that routine, do something different. If you normally, let's say if you want to love on your partner in the morning, right? Write them a little note, do something where switch it up where it's like, oh, you don't normally do this, where your partner might be like, wait a second, what's going on? But love on them differently. That's really big. And then number three is really showing that appreciation for them. Really going in and knowing their love language. Love them in their love language. If you don't know what love languages are, love languages, there's 5 of them, and know yours. There's quizzes you can take on it, and then also know your partners. And don't love them in your own love language. Love them in their love language. So some of the love languages is words of affirmation. People love to be boosted up, like telling me all the great things, right? It could be gifts. It could be acts of service. It could be physical touch or quality time. So know what their love language is and love them in that, but switch it up. A lot of times we get in these habits and these routines and we get so comfortable, but we don't grow in comfort. So I really encourage people to switch things up, do something different, and love on your partner a little bit harder.
Oh man, I love that. Daniel Wigfall joining us to talk about keeping that spark alive. And yeah, I've been married for 25 years, but guess what? I'm still taking notes.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes. I'm writing stuff down. Right? Look, I'm never too old to learn, and have never been in this thing too long to learn. And I think one of the things you kind of hit on is something I want to talk about. Things can grow stale over time if you keep that same routine all the time and begin to take each other for granted. How do you stop yourself from doing that?
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard because when you get really close to someone, you just expect them to be there, right? It's just like we expect tomorrow to be there. It's not guaranteed. We expect that person to be there. Usually, the person we're closest to, we do tend to take them for granted. But as soon as you recognize that, do something different and switch it up. Switch it up like, oh man, and sometimes we don't realize we're taking someone for granted. But that's when it comes into really valuing that person, really seeing that person. That's how it can help you stop taking them for granted and looking at their needs, certain things they may want in a relationship. How can I make this person happy too? And it's not that you can make them happy, but you can create opportunities for happiness to come into their life.
Yeah, love it. So, Danielle Wigfall, we can check you out at therapyden.com. Is that right?
You can do that. You can check me out at wholeselfwealth.com. That is my website. You can get in contact with me directly there.
All right. Love it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on WURD.
Thanks for having me.
You are so welcome. So, y'all heard it. Stop taking each other for granted. Fahim, you heard it? All right. She told you what to do. There it is.
Yeah, I got to put it into action. But yeah, that's a great point. You do, naturally tend to always think, oh, they're always going to do that. I'll see it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. In this day and age, tomorrow's not a guarantee.
No, it's not. And so we love it. That's Danielle Wigfall.
I'm done.
I recorded this whole section not realizing my microphone was not on me, it was on the table. So I had a whole section for y'all right here where I was debriefing about the radio show and how much fun I had in my last little tidbits. So let me get my microphone and redo all of this. Okay. I'm back. I'm going to start over. Guys, I had so much fun on WURD Radio Talk Show. They have a morning show. It's so good. It's so impactful for the community, the things they're talking about. If you haven't seen it, it's live on Facebook, so go check it out. But one of the things we talked about was taking your partner for granted, right? They had me on as the psychotherapist and relationship expert. You guys know I'm a relationship coach already. And it was so much fun. But yeah, it's so hard. When you get really close to someone, they become your security. And with that comes taking them for granted, which is never a good thing because we assume they're going to be here, right? So one way you can get out of that is not assume that tomorrow is promised for them or for you. So when we live in that, oh, tomorrow's going to be here, it's a lot easier to take them for granted. Oh, they're going to be here because tomorrow's going to be here, right? But recognize that sometimes we may wake up and they may not be here. So love on them hard, love on them in their love language, know what their love language is. I didn't say love on them in your love language, love on them in their love language. If you don't know what they are, you can take a quiz. You and your partner can take quizzes on it and figure out what your love language is. But I'm sure even if I just mention them to you, you might have an idea. So I'll say the 5 love languages. So if you don't know, you can kind of think on it. One is words of affirmation. That means like I love to be pumped up. I love all of the things. Quality time. Does that person just love being with you, right? Physical touch. Do they like to be touched in things? Another one is gifts and then acts of service. Acts of service is just doing things for that person. And then gifts, I think that's pretty self explanatory there. So, yes, love on them in their love language, not yours, in theirs. And love on them hard. Um, I think those are really great because a lot of times we get stuck in our own, well, how am I going to feel? How is this person going to make me better? Or it's about me, 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 me instead of the we, right? We as a team need to be doing well to win at this. And so, yeah, it was a really great experience. I'll just end it there, because your girl got to go work out. And uh, I, I'm acting like I don't have work today and I don't have like 4 other clients. Is it weird if I try to work out with a full face of makeup on? Because I don't have time to take it off. So I gotta hurry up. But, girl wants to get this workout in, okay? And if I got the time, finally, I'm gonna do it. AKA making the time. Okay. Love you. Bye. See, this is that part when I'm in a rush, but my seat. So y'all don't see it, but I'm slowly sliding up because my husband was driving my car. Ooh, y'all, I made it and got the best workout. And they were not playing. I don't know what the trainers were on today, but they were not playing. And look at the makeup, okay? It's on. It's still on. I'm shocked I didn't sweat it off, but it's there. No, some of it sweated off, but that's okay. Eyelashes still popping. I don't know how, but all right, time to get to the next thing. So this is me constantly running in and out of the house, running around the house, trying to fit things in. Before I used to try to if I don't have a big block of time to do something, then I won't do it. Now I'm just running to and from things, okay? So I gotta find that in between. But anyway, now I have to act like I wasn't just working out like crazy and get ready for my sessions and show up like I am ready for work, okay? So here we go. Okay, now don't judge me for this trick right here, but I don't have time, okay? So I'm just gonna throw this cardigan on, straighten it up a little bit, straighten out my shirt a little bit, and be ready for my sessions today, okay? Sometimes you gotta do what you can do in that moment, okay? And I don't have time to put a blouse on. So if y'all see me and I have a cardigan on and underneath might be a little t-shirt or a gym shirt situation, just know I got my movement in for the day. Okay, don't judge me. Y'all know I don't judge y'all. So don't judge me. But here we go. Oh, can't forget the earrings. It adds a nice little touch when I can get them in. All right, see? Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. I'm a therapist now, is what I said. So I have a mix of therapy clients and coaching clients, but I am running to that. And also, I want to be able to make it to my son's event that he has at school today. So, getting all the things done, taking no prisoners, okay? All right, this is private. Gotta go. Yes, I am that mom. Also, I used to DJ. Would you expect anything less? Also, don't forget to subscribe, okay? And if you would like me to be on your radio show or TV show, I am open to that as your, relationship coach and psychotherapist. All right, until next Tuesday. See you next time. Bye.